Hi there, this is a quick video explaining a simple but effective solution for switching between onload and offload loops of a vehicle engine in Wwise. So I've authored two sets of loops for the entire rev range of my engine that are played in a blend container driven by an RPM parameter coming from the game engine. So I want the first blend container, the onloads, to play only when the player is pressing the throttle, and then the offloads to play when the throttle is released, so that you give that player the feedback through the different character of those two sets of sounds when they come on and off the throttle. In our data asset here, you can see that we've got a parameter linked to an RTPC giving us some values for when the throttle is pressed. So I've normalised those values here to a range of 0 to 100, but you could equally normalise them to 0 to 1 if you like. Moving over to Wwise now, you can see that I'm using that throttle RTPC to drive a switch group that's outputting offload from 0 to 1 and onload from 1 to 100. So this means that as soon as the throttle's pressed, we'll hear the onload loops, and as soon as it's released, we'll get offloads. I'll show you here how this is set up with our switch. So you can see within the switch, I have my two blend containers for on and offload, with the switch set to be continuous, and the default being the offloads. Make sure the continue playback across switch tick box is enabled, and that you have a little crossfade here to avoid any abrupt clicks and bumps when you switch from one to the other. So you can hear there's a slight jolt there when you go on and off the throttle. I think this actually sounds quite nice in the game, it's quite natural, but we can smooth that out a little bit by reducing the crossfade length between our blends. So there are plenty of ways to achieve this kind of switching, and depending on the tech that your game's using, you may find that there's a better alternative for a specific setup. But this is a neat little system I came up with that's simple and concise, and yeah, hope that helps.